Hi everyone, Meg here. So I got a couple of questions in response to my request for your questions about my daily painting practice. The first is from Buckwheat's Kitchen, and she asks how I stay motivated. And His Majesty Lord's Beeswax asks, when I am exhausted and resistant, what brings me to still do it? And here's my response. When I was ordained in 2012, I committed to becoming an art monk, and what that means is that I apply the monastic principles to the creative process. And that whole thing will be talked about in another post, in another video. But the most relevant principle to these questions is the principle of discipline. And discipline's potentially a scary word. It maybe feels like there's someone who's going to punish you if you don't do the thing. And I'll say for myself that because I've chosen this path very intentionally, I'm not scared of discipline. And I'm also not really reliant on the muse or inspiration, which is also another post or another video, because a lot of people have asked me during art walks, art openings, what my source of inspiration is. And it kind of wraps back into this one, which is that my inspiration is discipline. Part of what works for me about this process, this practice, is that I've set myself up successfully materially. So working on a piece of mixed media paper that's 6 by 8 inches is really approachable. I know that I can do that even on a day where I'm flying across the country, or I'm sick, or I'm really tired, or I just don't feel like it. And on those days, maybe I putter a little bit more. It's not quite so concentrated, but I keep visiting it and persisting with it. And from my interior, what motivates me is that I've seen a great change in my life. There were a few years where I was really not feeling good, and it was hard for me to do things that I loved, and I was a bit depressed from that. And I saw through Instagram, bless Instagram, I saw a woman who was doing a 30 Faces in 30 Days challenge, and was so moved by her ability to show up and what she was producing, and asked her if I could do it too. And of course, it's probably, a thing, like 30 Faces in 30 Days, hashtag. It's a thing that anyone can do. But I still felt the urge to ask her, and she said yes. And so in November of 2015, I completed 30 Faces in 30 Days. And then realized I want to keep going, because I wanted to get my hand back. And I used to stay in my room for hours and hours and draw, replicating pictures from magazines, or drawing my friends, or just drawing wacky attached people from my imagination. And I spent a lot of years trying to fit into some other thing and do another thing, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's part of what was contributing to my not feeling well. So that step, taking that step every day of doing something in a direction that feeds me ultimately, is part of what motivates me. That I might not like it in the moment, but the change that I've seen is monumental. My happiness, my creative, my ability to translate myself creatively has found form again. It's a muscle. It requires practice. Also connecting with people all over the world. It's really fun. And I think another part of the success of this project is that because I'm not really reliant on inspiration of the muse, I'm also not really reliant on making beautiful things. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes the things are beautiful. But it's the act. It's the act, and it's the act in the direction of discipline, from my own spirit's desire for that. So I think I answered the questions, maybe in a roundabout way, but we'll go with this for now. And I look forward to seeing what other questions you maybe have, and continuing to practice being in front of the camera. So thanks, and I hope you have a beautiful day.